All right. This looks funny. This looks absolutely fucking hilarious. I should go purchase this game right now. Wait, hold up. Hold up. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Hold up. Huh? Wait a minute. What the fuck happened here? Where's what the fuck happened? Why is this? Wait, hold up. Pirate Nation said that this is getting good reviews. What happened? What happened? Mm, your friends were, but I thought. Oh, the devs removed all minority representation. I see. All right. So let's talk about this real quick. All right. This is or was a troll. This was a troll game. I can't be too mad. I know there are people who are massively pissed off about it. I know there are people who are irritated by it. I get it. No. You know what? You look at like freaking Pirate Nation or whatever. You got like Yours Torch and other people buying it. I think me and other people bought it as well. Like, look straight up. Oh yeah, my two buddies there. You know, I always go with all the time. They bought it as well. Like, we purchased this game. Got trolled. All right, that's just it. Got trolled. Let's look at who we. And of course, there's So who made you bend the knee? And this guy's got it correct. No one. This was a bait and switch plan from the beginning. And this covers it perfectly right here. Uh, this guy's bank is gonna fuck him. It's possible. So what happened with this game? It released May 12th, and it was all about like, oh, as we saw with the Pirate Nation thing. We're gonna whip that nigger. We're gonna go ahead and make him pick a lettuce, I guess, or whatever, since we couldn't make him pick cotton. Maybe he had to work up to the cotton. I don't know. But it was a troll. And it just goes to show that we do need to be a little more careful about where we spend our money. Like, granted, I bought this thing at this price, $1.19. You know, $2. So if we look at the curator though, or let's look at not curator, um, all the games that this individual made obviously got fanboy profile, Plantation Simulator, and Crucifier, where you whip niggas, you know, whip people to crucified to get them across. Yeah, it's like whipping dudes. Okay. All right, and it has literally, by the way, the same game. Same bit of gameplay. There's whip slaves. All right, obviously this is meant to be an irreverent joke. Okay. Left for bread. We've got a little zombie game. You know, nothing crazy here. Just a zombie game. We have all these femboy games and boomer fighter thing. Now, I'm not going to give guy completely free advertising for his entire catalog. There it is. These are all Newgrounds games. All right, these are games that should have been on Newgrounds. But hey, it's buck here, buck there. You know, for a funny thing. I mean, I've paid that for games before. But obviously, looking at this guy's previous creations, this was always meant to be a bait and switch. this was always going to be the bait and switch here with this. Now, two things. One, this is obviously trolling, which means that this should be taken down off of Steam. I'm going to leave a review mentioning that this violates Steam's terms of service. Specifically, I can just go back to just this article from 2018 when it's posted. What gets to be on Steam store? We could read the whole thing. Like, okay, like this Valve's saying like we're not going to police things, but with that principle in mind, we decided the right approach is to allow everything onto the Steam store except for things that we decide are illegal or straight up trolling. This is straight up trolling. This was straight up a bait and switch. Okay, from this whipping niggas to smooching what I'm going to assume are femboys, to be honest with you. All right. I'm assuming they're femboys. This was done specifically in a very short time frame, by the way, to fuck with people. But let's give it a chance. All right. I've had the game on the entire time during this recording. I'm going to go ahead and let me bring it up. And I'll even bring up the game audio. Here we go. Let's play it. Options. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Very good. Turn the music down a bit. Okay. Tutorial. All right. Little friends. Friends. I bet you niggas out of shack. Blanket that you feel. This will produce a worker. Heart the shack. 10. Yeah. Your friends. Yeah, they. Okay. Okay. Your fence is broken. Okay. Friend, get back to work. Okay. All right, now I can see obviously with this that the whole thing was going to be the niggers were too lazy. All right. Looks like a wagon is full. Okay. Then you're supposed to whip the wagon. All right. Hard to bond, spawn a helper. Okay. So. All right. Start. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pimp out here to pimp these fucking faggots. Let's get some more of these out here. Come on. Oh, did somebody escape? Did one of those faggots escape? I think a faggot might have escaped. Excuse me. Why ain't you faggots working? Hmm? All right. This seems to be the entire gameplay loop right here. At that point, yeah. Nope. We're done with that. Okay. That's the game. It's a very simple game. Now, granted, let's look at it. Let's look at it from a scholarly pursuit, perhaps. You know, let us be intellectual. It's a fucking Newgrounds game. This is something that should have been on Newgrounds. Probably could have been on Newgrounds easily. No problem. Now, with that simple enough of a gameplay loop, if it was whipping niggas, could have made a few clips, could have made a video out of it, you know, would have been hilarious. But they swapped it up to this, which goes to show that yes, listen. We've covered this on the Game Award before with Dungeon Stalkers, where it was a really not great extraction shooter or extraction game set in dungeons or whatever. It was, and especially the PvP extraction game, that was not fun. All right, I'm going to bring it up right here just so in case you'll forget. And Dungeon Stalkers is going to be completely ended soon. Yeah, this game. All the jiggles and all that. Covered it. All the jiggles couldn't keep me playing it. No, all the jiggles could not keep me playing this game. It just was not great. Great jiggles, you know. Got the Stellar Blade camera angle, you know, good one. And it looks, I mean, listen, it looked like a very basic game that could be enjoyable. And with the jiggles, extra enjoyable. But it was a badly done, badly optimized, not fun. I didn't even get to the point of summoning anything like this. Not well optimized, you know, PvP extraction experience. It was not fun. You can't even get these characters, by the way. Some of these characters, like this one, you can't even get them now because it required premium currency, real life currency, not in-game currency to purchase. Like this one probably made it more fun. And an offline version that could have been done. But, again, we're talking about this game. Again, same thing. Simple, fun idea. But the aesthetics do matter. We have an opposite here. See, this one, great aesthetics, you know. Titio games, love it. Loving the jiggle physics, having fun. Even the male characters didn't look too bad neither. Okay, the simple fact is that it looked like it could be a fun game. But it was a crappy extraction shooter, you know, or dungeon crawl. It's an extraction game. It was not fun. It was not fun to play. Not fun to play, doesn't matter how many jiggles you have. This one, though, amusing to play. Simple and amusing enough to play, but now you're just some faggot going over here blowing kisses to femboys. I mean, it says friends. Yeah, well, friends, quote unquote, you know, like, no, it's fucking femboys. We can definitely infer based on this developer's other games, these are femboys. Now, this was all done obviously as a troll. And Steam says right there, illegal or straight up trolling. This is straight up trolling. But I think this should open up a bigger discussion. When is it okay for developers who release a product that you pay for on Steam, when is it okay to make changes? Specifically changes you can't roll back. Like some games have it where you go into the thing and you have the option to play like betas, like for instance, 7 Days to Die. You know, when I want to play with Courier and all them, usually we're on a modded thing, so we have to play without the anti-cheat and all this stuff. But when I want to play with my kids who are on the console, I sometimes have to roll back the version I'm playing because the console version hasn't caught up to the current version, and therefore they're not compatible, and we can't even connect, which is annoying as fuck. But they allow me the ability to do that. This game obviously doesn't allow that. The dev did this because he wanted to try and take your money, and what he could have done, honestly. So May 12th, Steam has a 2-hour playtime on 14-day window of it. People who have purchased it, if he had waited a month, could have gotten everybody's money. But that does bring the question up, like, if this was an obvious intended rug pull, should this be allowed on Steam? Obviously, the answer is no. But then we have the bigger question. When should this be allowed? We have things like Stellar Blade, where on PlayStation, they censored the outfits. Now, obviously, Stellar Blade is now on PC. They can uncensor them if they want. We have mods, which is great. But the censoring still happened. Crimson Desert, there was censoring that was a accident. Maybe. I don't believe it, to be honest with you. But let's take it at the value. Accident, but there was the immediate backlash, and they rolled it back. Why? Because, well, they fucking had to. At what point, or one in particular, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Alright, I'm gonna bring it up right now. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I had this in my thing. All reviews, mixed, recent review pod. Here's the thing. I played this game. I was enjoying it. I was like, okay, cool. You know, decently attractive chick, whatever. But it was a Souls-like, and I enjoy Souls-likes. I enjoy the roll slop, as Courier calls it. I am a fan of it. All right? I have fun with Souls. I think being hard. But when I found out that two things. One, they went and changed it to where you don't. They changed the story to where you don't defeat the enemies in the end, or you don't kill them. You just defeat them and then you talk to them. People are saying like that changes the whole tone of the story. I don't fucking like that. Okay, I don't like that. I do play Souls likes for the stories, so I don't like you change the story like that because the Chinese get pissed off that you killed a historical character. Blah. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Period. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Where it's like, oh, you can't kill a historical character. Fuck you. Okay. It's a game. Okay. It's a game. It's not purporting to be anything but fiction. You know, so it's dumb. Now, also, it made an area. This is the even bigger thing for me was that it made a late game area go from obnoxiously hard to ridiculously fucking easy. They made that change too. So I tried to get a refund. Said, hey, they changed this. Goes against what I want in a Souls-like game. I didn't get the refund because, of course, I played more than 2 hours. Still, the question then does become, when are developers allowed to make these kinds of sweeping changes, and should they be forced to provide a previous version? And I think they should. I think if I purchase a game from you and you then make an update to that game that I don't like, I should be allowed to just be like, yeah, I don't like that update. I don't like it. Please let me roll it back. I don't want your new version of this game. I want the version I paid for. Like, for instance, if I purchase a deluxe, let's be fat and say I purchased a deluxe burger, you know, and it gets like all the stuff, you know, the onions, pickles, fried jalapeno strings, and tomatoes and all that. And I go out there, I'm eating it. I'm eating it good. And then the chef comes out and says, "Oh, I forgot your tomatoes." And he pulls out these rotten fucking tomatoes. I can say, "Yeah, I don't want that. Never mind, I'm good. I don't want that." "Oh, no, it's new. I don't fucking want it." Same basic principle. I purchased a product. I purchased this product in this condition. If you make updates, great. But I should be allowed to say that I do not want this update, okay? And that's why, like, for instance, Stellar Blade. Oh, they changed the outfits? No, that's not what I bought. That's not what I fucking bought. I want what I bought. And that's where I think we really need to get a difference in terminology. A lot of EULAs, they say You own a license to the game. You have a license to play the game. Really, along with all the other stop killing game stuff. Let me swap this to Stellar Blade. Just because I like it. And that wants me to stream this with mods. You can purchase it for me. You know how to do that. Now, I have it on PlayStation, but I would rather play it with mods. I'm going to play it again. Listen, straight up, you want to go ahead and do all that. So I think it should instead be that instead of you have a license to play a game, you have a licensed copy of the game. Meaning you own this copy of the game. You don't own the IP, stuff like that. But you own this copy of this game. Meaning the copy of the game that you purchased. So if you purchased it at launch, and then they changed it up and said, oh, well, we're going to make some changes, and you say, I don't like those changes, you shouldn't be forced to accept them. That should be simple and fair enough for people to have. That's a basic consumer protection that I think Steam does need to step in and make it here. I mean, just by their own things right here, okay? Except for things that we decide are illegal or straight up trolling. This was straight up trolling. That's what this was. Straight up trolling. But, again, I'm going to refund it and make a mention of that. And I'm going to say that, okay, we do need to pay more attention. I got suckered into it. I saw the thing. I went. I did it. $2. Haha, funny. Let's get it. You know, we were just going to play it and have fun. I didn't even get the chance to. That was the first time he ever played that game. I did not get the chance to enjoy the Plantation Simulator as it originally was. Yeah, who makes been? That's just it. Now, the dev hasn't come out and said, oh, this was a troll, that anywhere I could find easily, because that would just be a smoking gun for Valve to cut them off. And Valve probably should cut them off at this point, because this is a massive rug pull, a massive bait and switch on paying customers. Now, is the guy's not going to be able to keep the money. Valve pays fees with payment processors and all that. So along with being able to say, oh, well, try to tell Valve what they can and cannot put in video games and such, or what they can and cannot have on their websites and things like that, Visa, MasterCard, doing all that shit, they also charge you for processing. And the processing charges go both ways, both for the purchase and for the refunds. So Valve is getting double fucked by this guy. And maybe that's what he wants. Maybe that's what he wants. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's a guy because fucking the femboy shit, he's probably a degenerate faggot. But hey, let's go ahead. Let's not get too long-winded. Let's keep this on a good note. Let's end this on a good note, okay? This was a troll. This was a rug pull. Great troll, by the way. Great rug pull. Did it well. Very well pulled off. The only way it could have been done better is if he had waited so that nobody could get the refund back. You know? Although again, that does bring up the question of if he'd done that, if he had waited a month and then did that, would I think that then we still should have been given refunds just because it's like, hey, this ain't what I purchased. That's a question that needs to be and honestly needs to be put into, especially with every single company these days. We got activists like Anita Sarkeesian, everybody getting involved in there. That, oh no, you need to change this game because it's overly sexualized. Like, no, actually, I'm sorry, we can't. And that's what all game developers need. Is to be able to say, I'm sorry, we can't because this violates the rules because we sold them a product. You know, this whole games as a service thing, and I know I'm not just talking about live service games. Games as a service, you have a license. No. I am purchasing a copy of this game, my licensed copy. I purchased this game now because I like it. But there are very few games I've ever purchased, ever, when I'm like, oh, it will get better. No, I purchase a thing I like now. And if it gets better, great. All right, this other alternative is what allows for so many games to be put into early access and then become abandoned shovelware, effectively, or abandonware. See that a lot on Steam, unfortunately. The early access system gets abused as a result. But let's end this on a good note. Let's talk about good games and what we can do. Obviously, if this is busy, good troll, refunding the game. Honestly, I think you should be pulled off of Steam because of the manner in which you did this. All right? But let's look at good games, okay? We need to support games by our guys. And we've got one particular company, Cult Games, which they have a number of games here. Let's see. The Great Rebellion. Purchase this game. It's on Steam, but buy the uncut version from their website, great-rebellion.com. Purchase it from there. I've streamed this game. You guys can go ahead and see it. All right. It's we've done I've streamed it while talking with the developers from there. This game was actually supposed to be released on Nintendo Switch, and then was literally last second removed. How last second? Japan was able to get it. In Japan, for the weekend, you were able to get the game. And whereas in Europe and America, it was pulled off the Switch store for no reason. No reason given. Just taken off. They paid to have it developed, the dev kits to be able to get it to work on the Switch, and then taken off. So go buy it. Go buy the game right now. Buy the uncut version right here. Go buy the uncut version. I don't know if you guys can see this pop-up that just popped up. Probably not. Nope. You cannot. See? No, you cannot. It is $16.83 total. $16.83, particular year. And it's a fun roguelike shooter game. It's great. Or how about, again, by Cult Games, Serene Estates. Now, Team Serene is the developer, Cult Games is the publisher. I streamed this as well. This was a fun game. Simple game. 3-4 hours of your time. I didn't even find everything. Fun, simple game. I enjoyed it. All right, it's just a platformer. You like platforming games? You got that. Right now, it's on Steam. It's on sale right now. $9. And if you're looking at this later, it's $13. Just go get it. So, there's a demo. They still have a demo. A lot of people don't do this, where once the game is out, they remove the demo. Get the demo and try it. Just get it. Just try it. Chud wants this game, and yeah, I might get this game. I might grab this game for Chud, because he helped me out grabbing a game for me when I couldn't afford it. I might grab him one. Let's also look at Dveragold, and this is cultgames.com, kvltgames.com. It has all their games right here. They're working on Hyper Rebellion, which, pull it up, I'll show that in a minute. Dveragold. It's a old school dungeon crawler, and they've actively worked on it. Like, I have gone ahead, had a day where I went, I played it, I said, hey, wait, this poison did too much, and I happened to be recording it at the time, because a lot of times I do, in fact, record my gameplay in case something cool happens we don't want to share. And I sent it to him, just a clip, said, hey, what happened here? He said, oh, that's too rough. Went in, fixed the code, and put out a new update for the demo within 45 minutes of me originally having my issue and messaging them. Now, granted, I probably just got them at a lucky time when they were actively working on it, but still, they're supporting the game and they're working on it. You can get the demo on Steam right now. Get the demo on Steam right now. You can get it. I'm going to get it when it comes out. Now, they've actually worked on, I believe they might now actually have where you can have 4 people in your party instead of just 3. Yeah. Get it. I mean, it's a demo. You can go try it right now. Go get it. Hyper Rebellion. They're still working on that. I backed them on Indiegogo. I don't have too much information on anything further that's going on other than they are working on it while simultaneously working on things. They did spend a good bit of time on the Great Rebellion, getting it to where, they could run it on Switch and then getting screwed over with that. But go support these guys. KVLT Games, okay? Support them. These guys are actively trying. to make our guy kind of games without being excessive, okay? They're not trying to do the Seek Heiling or anything like that, or the Whippin' Niggas games, which are funny in their own right. It's just our guys making games. And this is what we can pay attention to, is who we purchase games from. Now, granted, we're going to get trolled. I got fucking trolled. I got trolled good. And that opens questions as to whether or not developers should be allowed to make these kind of changes. All right, you could say, oh, well, it's their game, they can change it. Sure. But I should be able to keep the copy that I purchased. Okay? Stellar Blade. Oh, well, Sony published it, therefore they can earn. Sony claims it didn't do it. Come the fuck on. Like they can censor the outfits that they want. Okay, but I purchased uncensored outfits. Therefore, I shouldn't have to have it. All right? I should get what I purchased and be able to keep what I purchased in the form it was purchased in. Period. Like it's like if I purchase for my kids the Millennium Falcon playset, you know, with Han and Wookiee and Chewie, the Wookiee, and some R2D2 and stuff in there, and then they came in and said, actually, it turns out R2D2 wouldn't have been appropriate for this setting. He's supposed to be another thing. And they pulled R2D2 out. I'm breaking somebody's hands because you're not taking my kid's R2D2 toy. Fuck you. All right? So yeah, no. I'm breaking your hands. You're not taking my Tidios out of my games. I purchased them Tidios. I'm going to enjoy them Tidios as they bounce around while I'm slicing fucking inhuman monsters into bits. While I'm slicing this nigga in half and then Tidios are bouncing, that's what I fucking pay for. That's what I fucking enjoy. On the flip side, pay attention. KVLT Games. Support these guys. They are actually trying. They're actually working. They're working. Unlike all the fake indie, quote unquote, indie developers out there, this is a small development team. This is a small studio. All right. We need to actually support these guys. That means actually like financially going out and purchasing the game. Right? You want games to be made? Purchase them when they're made. Period. Get them. And I've given you 4 games, okay? The Great Rebellion, Berghold. Now, Hyper Rebellion's still in the process. But 2 full games you already have out, The Great Rebellion and Serena States, which they just publish and help guys out with the publishing. There we go. 2 full games. A demo that's actively getting worked on. And something to look forward to in the future. Go check them out. Support them. Have a good time. And don't feel bad you got trolled. And also, don't let anybody call you a freak or a gooner because you like titties in games, okay? That is just an attempted assault on heterosexuality. And we know who does that. A bunch of faggots and fat feminists. Till then, guys, as always, game responsibly. Vote with your dollar. And make white babies. This is a threat.